Hello and welcome to SisterSpeak237 press review. A major focus of our press review is to look at what the papers say about women. This week, there is plenty to talk about. The boycott of 20th May celebrations by most opposition parties in Cameroon was a big story in the news. Eden newspaper's front page announces that more political parties declared 20th May boycott. Amongst the political parties is the Cameroon People's Party, led by Madame Edith Kawala. Her story features prominently in many other newspapers. Times Journal newspaper gives her justification for the boycott. It quotes her as saying, "There could be no celebrations when the very foundation of national unity is under attack due to discriminatory policies." In Cameroon, very few women are founders of political parties or frontline actors and voices in political debate. Madame Edith Kawala happens to be one of the very few. In other news related to the crisis that has hit schools in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon, two female principals featured prominently in the news this week. I'll start with Madame Enanga Georgiana, principal of Government High School Boya Town. In the Eden newspaper, she sets the record straight that the bees' attack on students and teachers in her school this week did not disrupt ongoing practicals of the GCE in her school. She also said 10 major cases of some students who were stung by the bees were rushed to the hospital, and of the 10, 9 returned home and 1 stayed in hospital to receive treatment because her case was more critical. Madame Matute Dorothy Enanga, principal of GHS Bonadikombo, also featured in the Sun newspaper, counting the losses incurred after an arson attack on her school earlier this week. The attack, she said, affected 4 offices, the school library, and the staff room. Have you ever wondered what married women in Cameroon do for fun away from home? The list of things to do is as long as it is debatable. This Friday's edition of the Guardian newspaper addresses one of the things married women do to catch fun in Cameroon. In this article titled, "Married Women and Night Clubbing, Where Lies the Problem?" The article ignites a debate which reflects society's expectations and demands for married women. And the article subtly suggests that it is okay and acceptable for married men to go night clubbing, but not so for married women. In fact, the sources interviewed in the stories somewhat suggest that for married women to go to the nightclubs, they must have the consent and the company of their husbands. The Newswatch newspaper is back on the stands. In their sports column, the paper features reactions from 2 female sports reporters. Leocadia Bongben and Wanchia Cynthia are featured in this page where sports reporters give their reactions to the latest happenings in sports around Cameroon. This is remarkable given the fact that sports reporting in Cameroon is still highly dominated by men, and we are just pleased to see these female reporters acknowledged and their voices counted amongst those of their male colleagues. I sincerely look forward to a week where our news review will not feature review of stories about violence against women and girls in Cameroon. Unfortunately, the incidences of sexual abuse and violence against women are as high and as recurrent. This week, the Eden newspaper features a story of a 48-year-old man arrested and detained at the Gendarmerie Brigade in Bojongo, Boya, for allegedly raping an 8-year-old girl in Wotutu Village, Boya subdivision. The report further states that the man was just recently released from prison after serving an 8-year jail term for a similar action. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the much we put together for a press review this week. Thanks for watching. Sister Speak.